What's up, guys? So today is the first day of lockdown. I've got a little bit of sun on my face, which is quite nice. Lunchtime was really good, actually. Not my best day ever, but pretty good. And I've just come home to replace my battery, and today's quite exciting because I've got two new things which arrived, and it prompted me to think, well, why don't I make a kit video? A video just showing the kit that I use every day. So I thought I'd do that really quickly. So it's not going to be professional or edited or anything like that. I'm just going to throw it together. It's going to have to be in two parts because one, I'm wearing a lot of the things that I use every day, and two, one thing hasn't arrived yet. So when I finish the video off, I'll just take my clothes off or maybe put on different clothes and then I can finish the video. So where should we start? Okay, so when you're doing Deliveroo, you need to consider three things. One is just like normal, comfortable, everyday clothes. Depending on the season, it's either going to be like a t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that. The second consideration is the temperature, because at the moment it's November and it is getting really cold. So I have like three wardrobes. I'll have like one which is just like daytime, sunny, not that bad, not that cold. A second wardrobe for it's getting bloody cold, let's just wrap up. And then the third wardrobe, which I'm sure everybody will guess, is it's raining, how can I stay as least miserable as possible whilst I'm making money? Because everyone knows it's good to do Deliveroo in the rain because you make lots of money, but you need to consider how miserable you're going to be doing that. So yeah, they're my three considerations, and then also I'm going to talk about the kit, as in my phone, etc., that I use for Deliveroo. So let's start off with the normal wardrobe. I don't really need to show you this. Basically, it's going to be a t-shirt and underlayer. I'm sure everybody knows what an underlayer is. Most of my stuff comes from Decathlon. Not sponsored. I just think that a lot of their stuff is good quality. So it normally starts with an underlayer. Now, depending on the weather, it will either be a pair of shorts or a pair of trackies. And I don't need to show you what they look like. And then socks, it's going to be just like something like this for the summer. Or then I've got like more of a thermal, or just a regular big pair of socks. Don't really need to tell you about how to wear socks. What have we got next? So on top of the underlayer, it will be my hoodie or a light jacket or something like that. Let's just forget about the normal weather because I'm sure you guys can work that out. You just need to think about comfort. Talking about cold temperatures, this is what I'm going to have to show you later, but I really love this thermal cycling jersey from Decathlon. I bought it I think 4 or 5 years ago, and it's really good. It keeps me warm. It's long sleeved, it's got pockets in the back. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll normally just throw a hoodie on the top. Now this serves two purposes. This is a snood. I think it goes by other names as well, but this keeps your neck warm. You can pull it over your face. But the other thing which you can use it for at the moment is a face mask. And I know it's not a medical face mask, I know that, but in a bind, you can just, look, that's double layered. I mean, what more do you want? So I've also got the a full face style, which is quite good when it does get really, really cold. But I only really use this for extreme weather because it's kind of uncomfortable to wear. I don't really like things against my nose and ears. If it's too tight, it just feels uncomfortable after a little while. I've also got this style as well, which has got the little ventilation bit there. Don't really use this that often because the Velcro scratches my neck sometimes, which kind of annoys me, but there you go. It's good to have options, and of course you have to do laundry as well, so you need backups for when things are being washed. Okay, hats. I have got loads of woolly hats. For some reason, people think, what shall I buy Craig for Christmas or his birthday? I'll buy him a woolly hat. My favourite is probably the one that looks like a Christmas pudding. I've also got a Santa's hat, but I've got loads of hats. Oh no, the really, really, really good one. Where's the good one? Oh, it's in my bag, which is downstairs. It's a high-vis one, so it's yellow, but it's also got the high-vis material woven into the hat. You would have seen that in some of my other videos. It's excellent. It came from the range, so yeah, that one's really good. I can recommend that for visibility. Right, so I think we've covered... Oh, the last thing for cold weather is, I'll have to show you this in the video later because I'm still wearing it, but it is a thermal full leg cycling bib from Decathlon, and it's, again, much like the jersey, it's awesome. I will show you that. It's got, not that I really need it because my saddle is so comfortable, but it's got padding in the seat. So on a day like this where it's sunny but it's still cold, I'll wear these and I'll throw a pair of shorts on top of that so people don't have to see the things that you see when people wear cycling bibs. I think everyone knows what I mean. Yeah, you can do things like wearing the Deliveroo jacket as well, but I'm not a big fan of those. Okay, so moving on to shoes, and really I only have 2 pairs of shoes that I wear for Deliveroo. There's these ones. They're clip-in, even though I don't have clip-in pedals, but the reason I wear them is because they're strong, so if anything hits my foot, it's pretty much protected. I've had these for like 5 years, and although they're really falling apart now, they still do the job. They are, when I bought them, they were splash proof, but now they're not so much. But I suppose you can't really criticize them considering they're like 5 years old. But I've been really happy with these. But what you need is, when it's not raining, it's just kind of like a comfortable, strong pair of shoes. So like if I don't know, it's not exactly steel toe cap, I'm not saying it is, but quite often things might hit your feet whilst you're moving, or your feet might hit the curb or something like that. It's good to have something solid as opposed to like Converse or something like that, but really it's what you're comfortable with, I suppose. Now obviously the second pair of footwear has got to be something waterproof. So these are Shimano, I don't know what they're called, I don't know, there we go, MT34, Shimano MT34. I think you can still buy them, but unless you're going to clip in, I wouldn't really recommend them because they're unnecessarily expensive. If you don't need that, then don't buy them. This is the big one, the important one, and that is waterproof wellies, because when it rains you need to keep your feet dry, because if your feet are wet then you're going to be miserable very quickly. These waterproof up to that red line, obviously. Now, the reason I don't have full-length wellies is because I wear waterproof trousers, which we'll come to. So these were really cheap. I think they're only about £14 from Decathlon. They're not massively comfortable, but they don't need to be because I'm not really walking around that much. But they keep my feet relatively warm and definitely dry. So I can't complain about these at all. They've got grip on the bottom. I'm happy with these. In last winter, I wore, just to keep my feet warm, I wore 2 pairs of socks at a time when it got extremely cold, and yeah, they were fine. But up until probably the end of December, 1 pair of socks is usually fine with these to keep your feet warm. But I suppose it depends on you, really. So we've done shoes, we've done cold weather. We've done my face, we've done my head. I think we need to move on to waterproofs. Now these were, I think they were about £30 or £35 from Decathlon. They're just waterproof trousers basically. They've got a zip up the side, but they're not the really crappy waterproof trousers material. They're a better quality than that. I can't really show you that well. But they don't rip, which is the important thing, because I've had waterproof trousers before and they've all ripped, but these, okay, they are more expensive, they're like 35 quid, but you're definitely getting quality. I've been wearing these for months now and I haven't had a problem with them at all. I'm actually really, really happy with them. The fit, they're definitely waterproof, everything about them I'm happy with. Yeah, I can't complain at all. You should be able to identify them on the Decathlon website just by the price, 35 quid. They have this little pouch that you can roll them up into as well. Not that I ever do that, because when they're wet I just hang them up and let them dry. But yeah, can't complain about these at all. Really happy. Maybe some Hi-Vis on there would be good, but oh, it does have Hi-Vis. No, it doesn't. I think that is Hi-Vis, not that it matters. But yeah, I don't even know what the zip at the side does. Oh, yeah, it literally opens. I've never had to do that. I can't really think why you would want to do that either. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're good quality. I'm very happy with them. Now, we're moving on to... let's do gloves quickly. So I have lots of pairs of gloves, but I only really have 2 pairs that I use. My everyday gloves are just fingerless gloves because I have a fingerprint scanner. It's very important. I couldn't live without the fingerprint scanner. I need that. Doesn't really matter what fingerless gloves, it's just nice to wear some kind of glove to keep your hand relatively warm. Then I have the rain gloves, and it took me a long time and I still haven't finished searching for perfect gloves. These came from Decathlon. I think it's part of their skiing seasons, whatever. Now, they're fingerless, but if you see the thumb's got a little thing there, and another thing they've got is a mitten that goes over the top. So now your hand is relatively waterproof. Your hands are still going to get wet, but because they're quite thick, even when they're wet, they don't get frozen cold. But my exciting thing that's coming today relates to my hands, which I'm waiting for this thing to arrive. I want to install it, and I'm really excited about it. The cool thing about this is they got a magnet just there, snaps on, so the flap doesn't flap around much. But still, it's difficult to hold the phone with my thumb covered because they're quite thick. It's difficult. You lose dexterity, so it's kind of like a balancing act. People that don't need a fingerprint scanner, you can go for really big waterproof gloves, but I need my hands. It makes me feel uncomfortable if I can't feel stuff like the brakes. And my phone, especially my phone, you don't want to be carrying around like a 500 quid phone and then just like drop it or something like that. But these are a good compromise. These are kind of in the middle, but I'm still not completely happy with them. But I would buy them again. Now, jacket, which is something that I bought recently and you would have seen in some of the videos. This was quite expensive and I'm not sure if I would buy it again. I do really like it. It's a breathable, well, it's not high-vis, but it is high-vis, if you know what I mean. It's bright yellow. It's breathable and waterproof. It was like, I think it was £69. I don't know what the model is, but it's, yeah, waterproof, breathable and lightweight. This is not about keeping you warm, this is about keeping you dry. The only thing I'd say about this is you don't actually need breathable if you're on an e-bike or a scooter because you're not sweating and it's not really exercise. So you could go for like this type of material for a jacket and it wouldn't really matter that much. You only need breathable if you're doing something like hiking or cycling or something like that. So if you're on a budget, I wouldn't go for a breathable jacket. I would just go for something which is robust and waterproof because that's the important thing. If you are cycling, then yeah, definitely waterproof because the problem with breathable, because the problem with not breathable stuff is when you sweat, you may as well be getting wet in the rain because you're literally soaked. There's nowhere for this moisture to go. So underneath your waterproof jacket, your clothes are soaked, and on the top, the outside is soaked because it's raining. So it's just like, what's the difference? But if you're not doing exercise, then you don't have that problem. So you may as well save your money and not do it. I do really like this jacket. It's comfortable. I think it looks okay. I quite like loud colours. It does come in other colours. One of the problems with being yellow is that it attracts dirt. I think one of the first days I bought it, I got oil on the sleeve, which kind of annoyed me. And you can kind of see, not really, but you can see a little bit. There's like chain oil around here. But I do like it. I'm about 50% happy with the purchase. I probably wouldn't buy again because it's not necessary. But I do intend to take this travelling next time I leave the UK because you never know when you're going to get, thunderstorm or a heavy rain storm or something like that. Now, here's one of the things which arrived today. So, I regularly get stick for not wearing a helmet. Now, I could quote some research which says that people that don't wear helmets tend to be more alert because they're in more of a dangerous situations. Although that's true, I think a lot of people would just laugh in my face if I said that. I'm not gonna lie; it's mainly because I just don't find them comfortable. I don't enjoy wearing them, even though yes, they could probably save my life. This is really pathetic. Okay, I bought something, and the reason is not for safety. The reason is, well, maybe a little bit for safety, but not really. The reason I bought it is to keep it dry and warm, because woolly hats aren't waterproof, and not many hats are. This is weird. I don't really understand this. Is that supposed to be there? I don't know. Anyway, I haven't tried this on yet, so this could be a quite a funny moment. Yeah, I do look like a bit of a muppet, don't I? I think I look a bit special. We're giving it a go. Okay, so if you haven't guessed, it's a skiing helmet with yellow on the sides or green, whatever. The reason I got this is because I want to keep my head warm and dry, so when it gets cold and wet, I think this is going to do the job. Don't really know what that. Does anybody know what that's for? Maybe it's for a light. I don't know. I've never been skiing in my life. Although I didn't realise I was going to look so special. It's got vented ear holes so you can hear. Maybe with the rest of my winter weather gear I won't look so special. That's actually quite tight on my head. I know I've got a big head. This is supposed to be a large. I don't know if I'm going to use this. Hang on, should we get a thumbnail? Yeah, that could have been a mistake. It wasn't expensive, but it could have been a mistake. Well, it feels solid. I don't know. Maybe I need an extra large. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Okay, now I'm going to end this one here, and I'm going to finish it later when Royal Mail delivers my... Oh no! I forgot about the tech type gear. This is my second pair. The first pair got wet, but these are the next model, which are waterproof. It's a I think it's MPOW, MPOW, IP5 Bluetooth headphones. They're okay. They do the job. Normally I just wrap it round, tuck one in there so I can hear stuff, and then one goes in there. And then you got the little button there as your microphone, and you can hang up or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I can't really complain. They do the job. I also have... I wanted to try these. These are like AirPod style ones. Now, I like those. The problem with them being, because the microphone's there, any wind noise and nobody can hear a single word you say. So I gave up with those, although I do use them for watching Netflix and what have you. So yeah, that was still a good purchase. But these are the ones that I use every day. The battery lasts just forever. It can. I think I charge it like once a week or something like that. They're really good. What else do I use? This is my phone. This is a Poco phone F2 Pro, and it's the one with the most. I think it's got like 8 gigs of RAM and lots of space. I got this on a deal, so I can't really complain too much about it. I think actually the Poco phone F3 would be better for Deliveroo because I think it's waterproof. It's considerably cheaper, and if you broke it, it wouldn't be... Should I do that delivery? Maybe I should. if you broke it, you wouldn't be so sad because it wasn't so expensive. I got this because I use my phone for everything, not just Deliveroo. I'm one of these people that just lives on their phone, you know. Not like social media stuff, but like reading the news, eBay, Amazon, YouTube. I don't really use Facebook. I'm not one of those people. So yeah, I really wanted a decent phone, but it's not. I'm not unhappy with it, but it's no Huawei Pro phone. Definitely, it doesn't have the same type of user experience. I'm just really gutted about Huawei not being on Android, because the P40 Pro, or even the what is it, the Mate, the latest Mate Pro, is just an absolute demon. But then again, it's got a demon price tag as well, and I think it's sold out within like 5 minutes. The other thing that I have is this Anker power bank. One of the good things about this phone is you can use it. If you put it on power save mode, you probably do Deliveroo for longer than 12 hours. I don't have to use power save mode because the battery is huge. It's like 4,700 milliamps or whatever it is. So I only ever use this to charge my GoPro, and that was once. But it's always good to have a power bank kicking about. Don't go for the really, really cheap, crappy ones, because they'll probably explode or something like that, or let you down. The other things I have is obviously most people don't need this, but I've got a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I'm a little bit upset that I didn't get a 8 Black when I bought this. I weighed up the odds, decided to go for the 7 because I think this is more of an action cam, because you got the removable lens, etc, etc. But I think the audio and the video are better on the 8, although I might get a 9 just to commiserate my sadness. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I think everyone would agree that the quality is pretty good. And I've also got this Hero Session 4, which is just okay. It definitely did the job at the time, but technology has moved on a long way, and I had to move along too. And I've also got my P20 Pro, which I don't really use anymore for anything apart from video sometimes. And that's pretty much it. And now I'm going to go and do that order. So see you later. I think they're having a laugh with this, you know. The strap's too short. I know I'm a chunky monkey, but come on. And it's actually painful to wear. The straps are digging into the back of my head. That is going back. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a better option for that, because I like the idea of covering my ears to keep them warm. And obviously a helmet's probably not a bad idea, but this is not an option. This is terrible. Okay, so if you were looking to buy a Trespass snow sports helmet, don't, because this one ain't good. Either that or I've just got a freakishly big head. Okay, so end of the day now. I've stopped working quite early. It just went dead. It's the first day of lockdown and I didn't know what's going to happen, but lunchtime was good, evening was dead. This is my underlayer, or one of my underlayers. It's just it's probably some kind of man-made material. It's got a label in here somewhere, but I can't find it. Anyway, you know what an underlayer looks like. This is it. It's just stretchy, long-sleeved, you know. I think it's supposed to be like breathable or something to keep moisture away from your skin. This is my cycling bib. So it's skin tight. Yeah, it's a cycling bib, but I wear something over the top of it. It's got the padding in there, which is really good. I like that. And then it goes up over your shoulders, like a bit like a wrestler's leotard or a gymnast or something. But it's thermal. The material is thermal, and I don't know how well you can see it, but it's really warm. This doubled up with a pair of trackies or waterproof trousers, and you're golden. No problems at all. And then this is similar material. This is it was a set basically. Very expensive. It's not cheap. I don't know. Maybe for both of them, maybe it was about £80 or something like that. But as you can see, again, thermal material. It's the Cyclecross cycling bib, I think it's called. It kind of looks a little bit cool. It's got an X when you zip it up. Long sleeved again. And then pockets in the back because it's a cycling jersey. and this has kept me plenty warm. When you double it up with things like a hoodie or a jacket, sometimes if it's not that cold, I just wear that on its own with an underlayer. Still waiting for the mind-blowingly awesome thing to arrive. This is the Hi-Vis hat, which I'm sure you've seen in my videos if you do watch my videos. It's got the reflective thread woven through it, so in certain lights you can just see like the thread. It's really cool. I like it, and it's warm. Obviously, it's not my favourite woolly hat. Probably my favourite one is my Christmas one, but it ain't Christmas yet. So I've just got to wait. Oh, I just have an idea. No. I wanted to show the hat, but I don't know how to turn my light off of flash. I don't know. Maybe I've just given everyone epilepsy now. Okay, we're aboard this mission. I don't know, I give up with that one. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for the Royal Mail to deliver the last item, and then I can finish this video. Whilst I'm on the subject, this is a Meteor. Moon Meteor. Moon make really good lights. Rechargeable, obviously. I've also got a rear one. The reason it's got tape on there is because the mount was stolen when my bike was stolen. I could probably look online to try and buy another one. I probably will, actually. I might do that after this video. So I've had to do a makeshift kind of thing that doesn't work that well, but I only use these in an emergency because obviously I've got inbuilt lights on my bike. And the rear one's on the bike at the moment. I just leave that on there, but they're good quality. The battery lasts quite a long time. I just don't need them because I prefer the lights that I've got on there because I don't like having to bother to charge them. That's a big factor with installing those lights. I just didn't want to have to remember to charge them. I've got too much other things to worry about. And that will be my summer, winter and wet kit summary, pretty much everything. Don't forget mud guards on your bike. That's quite important because even after it stops raining, you're still going to get soaked if you don't have mud guards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you look, I'm going to have to put these challenge videos on hold because I just don't know what lockdown is going to entail, how things are going to be. So in the meantime, until I work this all out, if you guys have got any ideas for videos, then obviously let me know and I'll get on it. I'm having quite a lot of people message me, email me about e-bikes. If that's something which people are interested in, then I can make some videos on that. Annoyingly, Wow Bike never got back to me. Maybe I was a little bit rude to them when they messed me around. That might be why. So there's a good chance I'm not going to review their 100-mile battery bike, but we shall see. Yeah. So all that's left is for the mind-blowing thing, and then I'll put the links down there for anything that I can find a link to that I use. And then any questions, then fire away. This has actually turned out to be quite a long video, I'm sorry, but it's what's the word? Comprehensive is what it is. Right, so finally they're here and I can finish this video. The mind-blowing thing, the thing which is going to solve a lot of my problems when it comes to cycling is I've got to install them. Hand muffs. You see them quite often on motorbikes where they actually stay on the handlebars and you just slide your hand in, do what you got to do, and then when you want to use your phone or get off, and you just take your hand out. Some people say that they can be dangerous because you can't get your hands out in time, but I'm still going to try it because these are waterproof, they're neoprene. But the biggest factor is it will take the wind chill off, which means I can carry on using fingerless gloves and it won't be a problem. So I think these were around a tenner. I can't really remember, to be honest. I'll put a link down below for them. But I'm quite positive about them at the moment. I would have liked a larger opening. But maybe I can modify them or something, I don't know. But I've just got to get them on there. I've got to get them over my bull bars because I have the horns on my handlebars to protect my screen. But I'm going to have a play with it tomorrow morning, and I don't know, I'll make another video once I've used them for a couple of weeks or something. Do you use any gear which I should be using? What do you think about the stuff that I use? Do you have any suggestions? Let me know. Thanks.